Hey, can you read this?
It's that time of the week with Jesse Montagna.
Hello, and welcome to that time of the week with me, Jesse Montagna. It's that time of the week when you now look at people dining at restaurants as low status than high status. First up, some news. It's the middle of May, yet somehow Nashville continues to mutter around like Jon Snow. Winter's coming. With record lows this month, some reports in the mid-30s, Nashville is in its blackberry winter, which is a real term for when temperatures drop mid-spring around the time when blackberries bloom. If you caught May 1st episode, you'll know my former roommate Logan just moved out of the house to live on a blackberry farm. My good friend Logan is moving out to live on a blackberry farm just outside the city. I'm happy for him. Don't worry, I'll be okay. This isn't the first time a roommate of mine has left me for some bush. Am I saying my ex-roommate Logan is Old Man Winter? No. Am I saying he's left me as an icy shell of a man for a berry that doesn't even make top 3 berries? Yeah. It may be cold in Tennessee, but it's colder in my heart. Nashville Humane Association is teaming up with Pedigree to host an online dog adoption, showcasing dogs over Zoom to potential dog owners. Like with most Zoom calls, we can assume subjects are not wearing pants. Except for Jubbles. Jubbles is a classic corgi, aren't you, Jubbles? Ruff, ruff. Be warned, though, meeting someone online doesn't always validate who they say they are. One owner got catfished thinking they were adopting a Great Dane, only showing up to find a very large man from Denmark. The Harlem Globetrotters of the U.S. military, the Blue Angels, showed up this Thursday like a freshman year floor mate who always pops in unannounced to show off his latest trick. Seriously, Tom? No one invited you. We're studying right now. Well, it's kind of hard to focus when you're juggling Little Caesar's Pizza. The Blue Angels are flying over a number of cities this week, offering a thank you to all the healthcare and essential workers on the front lines of this pandemic. So, thank you, nurses. If your hospitals don't already look like World War II, they'll now sound like it. To open or not to open? That is the question many businesses are asking themselves as Mayor Cooper Phase 1 begins the reopening process for the city this week. Green Hills Mall opened this past Wednesday with added safety measures, including removing seating, cleaning stations, and limiting customers to 5 Gucci bags per visit. Nashville's Belly Button Lower Broadway is also set to open because nothing says I feel clean and safe like Lower Broad. Redneck Riviera opened on Broadway, welcoming a whopping 2 customers during their first hour of business. The only thing more depressing than a reopening with 2 people is the fact that 2 people during a pandemic chose to go to the reopening. You can scrub away the COVID, but you can't scrub away the stupid. Steve Smith, owner of Tootsie's and the man most likely to still believe the Civil War was over states' rights, argued for business owners to come out of quarantine and start opening up, saying, quote, "We've been dying long enough, let's get back to living." We've been dying long enough? Steve, what have you been doing during quarantine? Have you been drinking bleach? Steve, that will kill you. Yes, I know our president said it, but that doesn't make it true. I mean, really, do you think the best taco bowls are found at Trump Tower? Oh, you do? Well, in that case, drink up, Steve. Also, let's get back to living. If there's one thing I know about going to Tootsie's, it's that afterwards you feel more like dying than living. If you do plan on getting back to living, know that bars will be without standing at the bar stools, and live music. A honky-tonk without live music? I mean, I couldn't imagine what... Well, actually sounds kind of nice. Oh, I kid. Kid rocks, that is. With cities starting to reopen, the question to open or not to open couldn't be more of a polar issue. Ones leaning towards the former argue for our safety, limiting COVID's response and minimizing its impact. Ones leaning towards the latter argue for our economy, getting back jobs, and minimizing a recession. Both are important things to consider, but we can't always have our Clorox and drink it too. You may have seen recent anti-shelter-in-place protests happening in cities across the country, calling on political leaders to hashtag liberate their states and reopen the economy. Many of these gatherings include protesters intentionally ignoring social distancing, holding signs like faith over fear, all businesses are essential, or the tragically ironic statement, give me liberty or give me death. While I sympathize with hurt businesses and people needing help, economic help, during this difficult time, I still vote to stay at home. That's my personal preference and my personal opinion. Safety first, right? Now, the argument led me to create a sort of propaganda piece that highlights the very people who believe opposite to me. To finish our episode, I give you now the debut music video of a parody I wrote to the song Welcome to the Black Parade by My Chemical Romance. Thanks for watching. This has been That Time of the Week with me, Jesse Montagna, and now it's time to stay at home.
When I was a young boy, my father took me to join the rally to save our businesses. He said, son, when you grow up, will you be the savior of the birthers from fake news and the damned? He said, will you defeat them, your doctors and all the hoax believers, the claims that they have made? Because one day I'll need you to fight them and lead us to the summer, to stop shelter in place. When I was a young boy, my father took me to join the rally to save our businesses. He said, son, when you grow up, will you be the savior of the birthers from fake news and the damned? Sometimes I get this feeling, lips made of quarantine, and other ways to keep big business small. So stay 6 feet, they beg and plead, keep people off the streets. And when we're gone, they'll take over town hall. Why stay at home? Why stay at home? And though Dad's dead and gone, believe me, at least he didn't stay at home. Why stay at home? And in my state, that best they faked it. So now let's liberate it. A world that has no ceiling of dangers from disease. A common cold, you know, can kill us all. Now ain't it odd, we get flu shots, we shoot a cold each year. But when Corona came, the country closed. Why stay at home? Why stay at home? And though you're excelling at homeschooling, your kids will beg. Why stay at home? Why stay at home? And though your job is unaffected, your friends and family worry. On and on we shout faith over fear, spreading the virus to all our peers. Look at history, was a Spanish flu that bad? I'd rather die than see your country, because the who will never take my pride. Go and try, you'll never change me. We want our jobs before economy drives what that too. I didn't know that, I'm ashamed. I just assumed you were sick like that guy who ate that one bat. Speaking of, I need to share real quick, I'm just a man with the fever, just a cough. What do you think, Doc? What do you mean? I have the Rona. I now know why stay at home, why stay at home. And though you're unsure of Dr. Fauci, it's safer just to stay at home. So stay at home. And though our economy's depleted, we really need to stay at home. So don't die to save our country, because the world can really use your heart. Go and try to wear a mask, please. Be what you want. So stay out to play your part. So don't die to save our country, because the world can really use your heart. Go and try to wear a mask, please. Be what you want. So stay out to play your part.
I'm sorry, it's so hard to hold it together with that part.